a journey. It was a fun journey. Bear markets are hard, but you know, it is what it is. And we just kind of take that time, that opportunity to learn.
Hello and welcome to Crypto Interviews. My name is Claudio. This is CryptoWendyO, the channel where I do crypto news, reviews, tutorials, and interviews. And joining me today is Wendy from the YouTube channel CryptoWendyO. She was actually the very first crypto content creator that came on this channel. We actually had a podcast, I think it was around 2018. And then we had the famous BitBoy, Ben Armstrong, of course, right after her. So it's really, really good to see her once again. And she's here to talk about technical analysis, which she specializes in. And we're going to take a look at the Polkadot ecosystem. So we're going to be talking about some of the different pairs within the Polkadot eco. So Wendy, thank you very much for joining. And if you could please just quickly give us a bit of background about yourself, just to those that don't know who you are.
I go by CryptoWendyO on all my socials. I've got the YouTube channel, the TikTok, the Twitter, all kinds of fun stuff. I do a lot of marketing and consulting for companies on the back end. I trade on occasions. I've been known to trade. I do a lot of different kinds of fun content, and I'm just a mom in crypto. Oh, I've got a free newsletter as well. But I'm just a mom in crypto hanging out.
No, that's really good. And that's all we really need, isn't it? Because that's like, keep it simple, right? Don't complicate things.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So let's get cracking with the different charts. I know that the market's not doing well today, but it is what it is, right? We're used to that. I mean, we've been through the bear market. We've been in this since 2017. I don't know when you started. I think you started in 2017 too, right?
Yeah, I started the end of 2017, and I was like, I started really doing better, like learning how to trade and whatnot, like beginning of 2018. Well, maybe like Q2 of 2018. It's been a while, but it was a journey. It was a fun journey. Bear markets are hard, but you know, it is what it is, and we just kind of take that time, that opportunity to learn.
Exactly. And we just have to try and deal with it as well. Try to take the emotions out of it as hodlers, but of course, if we're traders, then we obviously have to follow certain rules and try to not take emotions too deep, right? Even though it is hard to do, right? I mean, you get to a point where you can manage those if you practice enough. Okay, so if you could please share with us the chart on the USDT pair, just to get your thoughts on where we could potentially see the price get to. Maybe talk about the bearish scenario and also the bullish scenario, please.
Well, I don't really have anything too positive to say, unfortunately, so I apologize to the audience.
No,
right now, we're really not looking. We're really not looking good, though. This was a swing high we had back on May 20th after we had that pretty nasty drop from about, which was about $50 to approximately $14. So it was a really, really, really ugly drop. It was about, what is this? About 73% drop. And we had a bullish retest of our trend line. Well, this is how I created the trend line at approximately like $28 with a swing wick high. And I said on my Sunday night stream that we would need to really flip this into support at about $27. We failed to do so. We failed to flip 24 into support. We had a breakdown. We're currently testing $20. MACD just is getting ready to complete a bear cross. So I'm going to anticipate another move to about $13 to about $10. Unfortunately, a bullish scenario would be for us to flip about $31. So it's not looking too good right now. Of course, by the time this comes out, this analysis could change. By the time this comes out, the markets can change. So this is all contingent on Bitcoin being bullish or not. So that's, you know, unfortunately, I don't know the future. I can't say DOT's going to $100. I initially thought DOT was going to go to $100 in 2021, but that prediction has since changed just because market conditions have changed. And if you trade or invest in absolutes, you will get wrecked.
No, absolutely. And I really appreciate the honesty. But now when you are saying $31, I know that that's going to be resistance for us, right? And we can see that we've got quite a lot of resistance there. How difficult do you reckon it's going to be to actually break that? Do you reckon it's going to take multiple attempts to do so, or could we potentially just break it in one go?
It depends. I mean, if you kind of zoom out and you look what happened over here, really we had all this consolidation in this range between about $13 to about $20. And again, you guys, this is just approximation. Nobody ever gets it right on the nose. So when we broke out here, that's when we initially started I guess all the way back down here, Jan 13th, but I really like this consolidation range. But this area here at about $19 is really when we started that massive run up, because it was just consolidation, pop, consolidation, pop, consolidation, and then another pop. So realistically, 31 is pretty important to break. It's going to be an pretty important area because we have all this heavy consolidation that occurred all the way from February 20th, approximately to about May 15th, and that's when we had the breakdown. So I don't know if it's going to be multiple attempts. Sometimes it does take quite some time to go ahead and flip that. But the way I play this stuff is I really just look for confirmation of different levels to kind of get an idea of as to what's going to happen.
Yeah. If you were to say like percentage wise, the probability, would you reckon the probability for the bearish side overtakes the one for the bullish side at the moment?
I don't like to talk in probabilities because I don't have enough data in front of me to do so. I like to pay attention to the simple areas of support and resistance because that's where prices responded in the past. And this is realistically, this is all human behavior. And you can't really, you can take data on human behavior, but at the same time you can't because humans change. It depends what's happening in their personal lives. It depends what's happening with the market. So it's really a matter of watching momentum, paying attention to price action, and paying attention to these important areas. Me personally, in order for us to retest $31, we have to successfully flip 27 first. And until that happens, I'm not even going to call for $31 yet.
Right. No, absolutely. And it also depends on the fundamentals, what's going on behind the scenes. We've got the parachain auctions that are going to come up not very soon, but we will talk about the next one if you'd like. Please, I'd like to thank you for doing this one for Polkadot. But if you want to look at the Kusama one, please, Kusama USDT, because that's the important one now. The parachain auctions are actually due to kick off on the 15th of June. So that's next week. So that's going to play that's going to play an important role as well, I think.
This really popped off. Wow. Pretty cool. All right, let's remove all the drawing tools. So for KSM, we're taking a look at a naked chart here. This is the daily. We have MACD that looks ready to bear cross, so it's not looking too good. We're kind of holding on to support here of $374. But we're literally holding on by a thread. We've got another really important range at 343. We did see buyers kind of come in, step up, push price up back to about 375. But realistically, we're in a downtrend. And you can see this downtrend. We can just take a trend line. And again, you guys, this is not going to be drawn 100% correct. You generally have to have two. Well, we can do that. You have to have two touches. So we got the touch over here at the swing candle high at about May 20th. And then this one over here, kind of sort of, it's not touching 100%, but realistically, just to show you, we're in a downtrend. We really need to break above 422 would be this area here to get above this triangle. So it would need to look something like, it would need to do something like this to be bullish. But right now, unless that happens, we're going to continue to go down. And I would probably label these areas. These would be the areas that I would watch for. If we lose 259, it's going to get it's going to get pretty ugly and get back to like sub $200. So these are the areas that I would pay attention to. And I'm just denoting these with basic support and resistance areas that you can see with the candle heads touching together. This candle butt over here, these swing wick lows, this important area where we have that epic bounce where we hit it about $301. This consolidation back here. So these would be the areas I would look for. But unfortunately, unless we get that flip above 422, she's still going down.
Okay, so if we do break above 422, where's the next area of resistance?
Approximately about 480.
Okay.
Because you can see that denoted.
Yeah,
you can see it with this swing high 485. You can see it with all of these touches on this trend line over here. Right when we broke out, pretty much when we were able to sustain 425, we had the really nice price action up. So this area is pretty significant because this is when we have the breakdown. All these areas are important, but realistically 481 is important. And then it's pretty close to all-time high. I'm not betting on it right now though.
Yeah. The other thing we have to keep in mind, like I was saying, is that next week we've got the parachain auctions starting. So I think that's going to cause some FOMO, but it all depends on the Bitcoin price action, because as we all know, Bitcoin is king and that's what drives the whole market really. Maybe if we can hold around 32 to 33K with Bitcoin, perhaps we could see some bullish momentum with Kusama. So let's hope for the best next week and see how the market reacts. Thanks for that, Wendy. Can you please check and see if you can find PCX USDT? It should be on KuCoin or MXC, but you've got more history on MXC. I don't know if TradingView shows you that.
ChainX?
Yeah, ChainX.
Okay, we're going to use the data from Coin Paprika. This is the free charting platform. It's cointrader.pro. So currently price is we created area of resistance here at about $10.84, and we're currently testing $9.70. We also have a swing lick low here at $5.15. We've got an area of support and resistance, a nice range to about $7.11. But we do have this structure here. The structure is being tested with this swing wick low that occurred on June 5th. So it's going to be kind of crucial to see what happens in this range to about $10.84 and about $8.89. So right now, the MACD is looking bullish. However, price does not reflect that. And for me, I would need to see a flip of support above $10.84 for me to feel bullish. If not, we're going to go fall and we're going to test these lower areas of support.
Yeah, no, thank you for that. Actually, the reason why we had that the reason why we had the pump before the 5th of June was because of an airdrop announcement. They were taking a snapshot. So you know how it is with airdrops, people react to that, there was a lot of buying pressure. And then obviously the dump followed as soon as the snapshot was announced. So that's the reason behind that. Okay, cool. So how likely do you reckon we're going to see? I mean, is $14 is like not the next level, but the one after that, right? For resistance.
So let me see. The next important area would be about $12.26. And the reason why I see that is we've got the swing wick high that comes close to about $11.87. And again, you guys, these are just areas of estimation. And then we've got all these candle butts down here, the support area. And then we've got the candle heads that created the resistance area. We got the swing wick high. So it's all approximations. And then we also have all these wicks and all these little candles that occurred over here. So this area is pretty important at about $12.26. And then after that, I would probably look for areas in between about $15 to about $17.
Okay, perfect. Cool. Thank you, Wendy. And now the last one, if you could please check, is PDEX, Polkadex. That's trading on KuCoin. I don't know if it's going to show.
All right. So this one right here, this just looks like consolidation to me. However, we could drop to about $13. If we break below $13.90, it's going to get really, really ugly. One thing I will say about this particular chart is we see the pumps and the drops, the pump and the drop, the pump and the drop, the pump and the drop. So we're going to test about $13 again. However, if $13 breaks, then it's going to get gnarly. And right now we're going to test 13 for sure, $13.90, but it's looking like we're going to drop even further.
Yeah, the good thing about this specific, like you were saying, like you could clearly see the pumps and the drops, is a lot of those pumps are related to the news. So I'm thinking we do have a possibility of seeing another one of those pumps if we do make an entry. Not financial advice, but if we're looking to make an entry around the $13 range, if we get another bounce to the upside, right?
I mean, it depends, but honestly, I'm not really optimistic about anything right now. I'm not buying alts. I was dollar cost averaging on DOT. I'm not doing it anymore, just because things are just not looking good with the market. So I would rather hold my money onto stable coins right now and then wait till Bitcoin kind of bottoms out and then see if that makes sense for me.
Perfect. Cool. Thank you for that. And what's just to kind of give a quick summary about Bitcoin, what do you think? I don't know if you want to share the chart or if you could just talk about it, up to you. Where do
I'll show the chart just so it's easier that way. So this is what's happened. I can get rid of this right here. This little bearish pennant. Okay, so this is what happened. This is Bitcoin daily. I've got these areas here that are very, very important to note. We broke below the vibe and consolidate range. Unless we get back above $33,000, we're going to test sub $30,000 Bitcoin. And I have a feeling we're going to get in this $28,000 to about $24,000 range. And if that breaks, it's going to get pretty ugly. Also too with Bitcoin, we've had 80% drops in the past. An 80% drop would bring us to about $13,000 to $11,000. So it's not something I would rule out quite yet, but the chart is not looking good. It's not looking good in any way, shape, or form. I'm not calling the bull market to be over yet. I'm more just saying for people to be cautious and be very careful with investing in altcoins, because we really have to we got to get above $45,000 again for us to be bullish. And if you look at this chart, there's really nothing going on with it. Unless we get back in this vibe and consolidate range, I would wait for Bitcoin to completely bottom out, do what we did in this range between 37 to 33,000, and then I would be interested in accumulating altcoins.
So 30,000 is the support area at the moment, right?
Right now Right now, 31,000 is.
31,000 is support. So if we do break below, then it could possibly happen before the weekend, right? Judging by
it's looking likely, but I like to take it day by day. Really, I'm not in it. I haven't been doing it too many Bitcoin leverage positions lately. I'm just kind of vibing and watching what's happening and managing my altcoin positions and just kind of watching the market.
So you do mostly day trading, right?
I don't really do day trading. I'm more of a swing trader investor in this type of market. But once there's really not opportunities for alts, I will probably start doing more Bitcoin scalping and whatnot. Really just kind of depends on my schedule. I've taken a lot of profits into stable coins, so I'm just kind of relaxing at the moment.
Yeah, and you definitely don't want to give those back, because just when you think, okay, I've made some profit, let's get some alts, they tend to drop lower and it just sucks. I'm sure it happened to all of us. So. Cool. Thank you very much, Wendy, for sharing this. That was great. I hope you, the viewer, has found this informative as well, because we know that whoever loves DOT loves this channel. So people love to watch this for DOT news, but we don't really talk about TA. So that's why I wanted to bring a TA person. So thank you very much, Wendy. I very much appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
And don't forget, if you want to follow Wendy, you can find the link to her YouTube channel in the pinned comment below this video, and also in the description below if you're watching this on Odyssey or Library. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.